good morning. So we are in this new gym in New Haven and I'm absolutely loving it. You know, it's definitely not like an Equinox, but you know, it's crowded. There's no music bumping, so like I can actually talk in some of these videos and not feel like I'm yelling at you. And what we're gonna do today is just something really simple, just going back to the basics, going back to my main compound list, which is the back squat. And something I wanna go through is, you know, again, like number one is form, right? If you've gone through working on your form for like a compound lift, like a back squat, but you've been kind of like stuck in not being able to progress it, there's a lot of different ways that you can challenge yourself and that doesn't involve just adding more weight. Sometimes that is the answer, but sometimes it could be time under tension. So that means, like, let's say you're going down in squat, you can count down to 3 Mississippi, 1, 2, 3, and even maybe add like a pause at the bottom and then come up. That's gonna make the intensity like 2x just by slowing it down. So there's a lot of different ways you can challenge yourself, and it doesn't, like I said, always have to be weight. Now, the other thing which I see a lot too is just like the level of intensity needed when lifting. And again, I'm not saying this is for someone that's just learning and like trying to get through the basics of form. You know, you really gotta push yourself. And obviously, like, I'm a stickler in form, and if I see anything out of line, like, I'll call it out. But like, it's gotta be hard. You know, if it's not hard, at least the last, you know, 2 or 3 reps, you know, you're just not gonna get probably the growth or the results that you want. You know, you're gonna get 80% of the results from those last couple reps when you're really fighting. That's where like the muscle stimulation happens. So I'm just gonna go through a couple reps here, and you can kind of just watch me and just get an idea of like the intensity when I'm going through it. And again, this isn't about just saying you have to go super heavy. It's more about the intensity when lifting. Okay, let's get into it. So you can see, you know, especially that last set, you know, that was a struggle. And again, like, I'm not saying you have to go crazy heavy like I am right now, but you want to always have that feeling like those last couple sets that you're really struggling. And hey, if you're not confident you can lift it, get a spotter. But that's it. Now I need at least 3 minutes of rest. All right, so quick summary today. So after my workout, I stayed at this cafe in the gym, and it was amazing. They had free coffee, free tea, and obviously Wi-Fi. And I worked there for like 5 hours and was so productive because I was getting off that like post-workout high. So I got a lot of work done. And what was really interesting was I made this sort of TikTok that went viral today. And I was talking about my health insurance. So something that I just don't really understand is like every year it's gone up and up and up. And I'm almost paying like $600 a month now. And I'm just trying to understand why. Because it's like, I know there's some inflation involved, everything's gone up. But like, you would think if you're working out consistently, eating mostly clean, not drinking or smoking, and haven't gone to the doctors, or I mean, I rarely have gone to the doctors other than a checkup 3 or 4 years in a row. It's like, why does it keep going up like almost $100 a year? It just seems excessive. And I'm just wondering, it's like, when is this gonna stop? Is it going to be like $1,000 soon, where it's gonna be like same price as like rent for an apartment? So if you have any suggestions on health insurance, I would love to pick your brain on that, because I'm just like shocked. And there's a lot of discussion in the comments when I made a TikTok on that. So hopefully I'll get some answers and get that down. But hey, what can you do? I'm very fortunate I'm healthy, and I can't complain too much. But other than that, we went to the Yale dining hall, and it was so interesting. They had like gourmet chefs, all you could eat,
the food was just incredible. And I'm just like, this was not like my college experience where they just kind of like, just felt like it was like 2 or 3 days old, like stale. The food here was amazing. I could see the difference between going to like a regular college and Ivy League. It's just, they really invest in their students. It's crazy. So went to dinner, and then, like I said, just made a couple videos. And I also made another video talking about almost like nutrition, talking about the trend of healthy eating. And when I talk about clean eating, like, I want to be very specific what I'm talking about. I'm talking about getting away from all these kind of like fad diets where, like, the keto diet, paleo diet, like all these things that have been pushed on us for so long, and understanding that like what's more important is focusing on like simple, nutrient dense whole foods, having a higher protein diet, like trying to have protein in almost every meal that you have. And the reason I say protein, I'm not trying to be like a meathead and say like you have to eat this much protein. It's more about protein's a great way to feel satiated, which is important for any diet to be sustainable, right? And eat less calories because of it. And the more single ingredients you have, it's like, again, it's like, it's just gonna fill up your stomach. You're gonna feel full before you overeat, most likely. So I feel like it's more about like not focusing on restricting your calories, but more along the lines of trying to eat more of these foods. And I think that, to me at least, that's worked really well for me and a lot of my clients. And it's a different way of thinking, right? And it doesn't mean you have to like not enjoy the food you're eating. Like I talked about having the right seasonings and low calorie condiments to mix into it. Like there's so many different ways to prepare these foods nowadays that, like, I mean, I look on Instagram now, it's incredible. Like, there's so many recipes out there. But I think that's where the trend is moving. And I think that if we can get towards that, like, I feel like it's going to make a huge impact in society, because the more we get caught up in like the trend diets or these, I call them kind of like fake healthy foods, where it's like these big food companies try to remarket their like cereals or these kind of like specialty protein bars as like healthy. And look, I think a protein bar and stuff like that are great for occasions when you're traveling or just can't get real food, but like it shouldn't be the go-to, right? It should always be real, like whole food, animal-based protein, in my opinion. So that's kind of my 2 cents on nutrition and where I think things are going, and I think it's a great thing. Again, like I've had good results, my clients have good results, so hopefully it keeps trending that way. But really great day. Love the new gym. This campus is beautiful. So tomorrow, getting my second workout in, I have a gym pass for free for 2 days to kind of like trial the gym. And I'll bring you with me again tomorrow. So stay tuned. Hope you had a great night.